this tutorial I'm going to show you how to play the chord sequence 2-5-1, which is very common in jazz, and I'm going to use a root position for chord 2, an inversion for chord 5, and a root position for chord 1. The left hand will be playing roots, and I shall be moving down in tones. Here's the chord of D minor, 7, and this is G7, and this is C major 7, also known as 2, 5, 1. So before I go through other keys, let's just look at actually what's happening. So we've got root position D minor, root, 3rd, 5th, 7. Now the chord of G7 in root position would be G, B, D, F. But we don't really want to do this kind of thing. It doesn't work on the piano, and it's not good voice leading. So from this chord here, we're going to play the G chord in an inversion. So an inversion, just to remind you, is when you play a chord not in its root position. So here is G7 in root position. We would call this the first inversion, and that would be the second inversion, and that would be the third inversion, or the last inversion. So in this sequence we're going to go from the chord of D minor 7 in root position and then play G7 in its second inversion. And the reason we're going to do it in second inversion is because we already have our thumb on the note D and we have our second finger on the note F, which is the root and third of D minor, but if you relate it to G, that's the 5th and the 7th. So we're basically building a chord from the 5th of G upwards. I'm going to go through some keys now. So here's a 2-5-1 into C, and then I'm going to go down in tones, and I'm going to tell you what the chords are as I play them. D minor 7, G7, C major 7, C minor 7, F7, B flat major 7, B flat minor 7, E flat 7, A flat major 7, A flat minor 7, D flat 7, G flat major 7, F sharp minor 7, B7, E major 7, E minor 7, A7, D major 7. And as we got to that last chord, it was getting a little low. I'm just going to play that last 2-5-1 up an octave, and you can hear the difference. So down here is quite low. So probably at some point you don't want to have that voicing too low. Just about get away with it on this piano, but bear in mind different pianos sound different in the lower register, so it might be ideal to go up at that point. That was 6 keys when you move down in tones. So to play the other keys, we would have to start on E flat minor 7, A flat 7, D flat major 7, and you could go down in tones. So the next one would be D flat minor 7, F sharp 7, B major 7, B minor 7, E7, A major 7, A minor 7, D7, G major 7, G minor 7, C7, C7 and F major 7, F minor 7, B flat 7, E flat major 7. I'm going to go up the octave at that point, and there we are where we started again. So those are all 12 keys. Once you've mastered those, you could then transfer them into the left hand. And that's quite a useful way of playing chords. Obviously, once you get to about there, it starts to get a bit low. So at that point, you might want to just go up to here. However, playing that high is a bit awkward. So there is a sort of limit to what you can do in terms of the left hand, and you have to adapt how you play the chords, maybe missing out some notes. So when you get down here, maybe you won't play the 5th, or maybe you just play the outside notes if you're doing something in the right hand. And that's a 2-5-1 in root position and inversions.